All right, so this is Kenny Santos out of Toronto, Canada for KennySantos.com. It is time for another network marketing tip. And we're going to be talking today about how to build your business and how to effectively build your business even if there's kids in the house. You know, if there's noisy kids, you might think that you're unable to build a business. And there are, some effective ways of building a business, and we're going to get into that. Now, before I get into the content, I invite you to do something super easy and super simple. If you're getting value from my blog, from my channel, from my videos, any of my content, I invite you to do something super simple. I invite you to like, subscribe, share, and comment. It's an easy way, and it's a simple way for you to support my blog and to support my channel. You can do so for free. So, how do you build a business even if there's kids in the house? And you got to recognize is that the whole reason why you're growing your business, maybe not the whole reason, but some of the reason why you're growing your business is for your children. It's for your family. And so you don't want to use them or think of them as a hindrance to your business. They're the reason why you're growing your business, not an obstacle that you must overcome to build your business. And even if your children are young and noisy, I've experienced that. My son right now, he's 12, but when I was growing my business when he was much younger, it certainly wasn't during the pandemic. During the pandemic, you might think, well, there's noisy kids in the house, maybe your kids are too young to go to school, or maybe they're not going to school and they're in the house and they're always interrupting. You think, how can I get any work done? And when my son was young, I was a single dad and I didn't have childcare. And I would often do some prospecting even when my son was awake beside me. And he might have been making a little bit of noise, or even if I brought him to the park, you could hear the kids kind of playing in the background. And I would acknowledge that and say, you know what? I'm a single dad, or I'm a stay-at-home dad, and I'm taking care of my son today. I hope it doesn't bother you. And really don't apologize for that, but kind of use them almost like as a lifestyle. Because a lot of your prospects are going to want that lifestyle. They're going to want to work with their kids as well. And so it's not a hindrance at all. Think of it as an advantage, because in the back of their mind, some of your most favorite prospects are going to be thinking, wow, I want to be doing what he's doing. I want to be able to take care of my kids while I'm working too. And that goes for whether you're taking care of them at the park and just playing at the park, or they're watching a little bit of TV or a movie or Netflix or Elmo or Sesame Street or whatever in the other room. Whatever that is, they may want that lifestyle too. As a matter of fact, many of your prospects will want that lifestyle too. And that goes the same for when you're doing presentations, not just prospecting. Back then I did a lot of my prospecting on my phone. Nowadays, prospecting still done. Actually, I still like using the phone, but you know what? Social media, they shouldn't be interfering too much if you're doing some messages through social media or that sort of thing. But a lot of us, we've transitioned over when it comes to doing presentations to either using the company tools or using Zoom presentations. And Zoom presentations might be a little tough because they still might hear your kids in the other room. They may be in the same room with you. They may want to get on camera and see who's on the quote-unquote the TV or on the screen or whatever, and do it. Say, you know what, introduce, say, hey, this is my boy. And again, many of your prospects, they're going to wish that they had that same lifestyle. I had to do that when I was doing one-on-one presentations. I never did them in my house, but I had an office, and there were times when my son would be in the office with me, and he loved playing on the whiteboard. And so he would have his own section where he would be doing his doodles and drawing it and his thing. And I would be doing a one-on-one presentation, presenting my business. And again, that same thing, I would never have to apologize and say, you know what, I'm taking care of my son today. I'm a single dad. And I could just see it. Some of them even express to me and say, you know what, I wish I could do that. And so if you're trying to build a business with kids in the house, if they're throwing a temper tantrum, that's not the time to build a business. But if they are, being quiet, they're just being their regular selves, you can still build a business just as long as they're not too noisy. And if it gets out of hand, you obviously got to reschedule or something like that. But use them towards like more of an advantage than they are a hindrance, because they're not a hindrance. They're the whole reason why you're growing your business. Second thing that I invite you to do is to be prepared to prospect or to build your business at a moment's notice. Don't dismiss those little windows of times that you get here and there. Those 2-minute windows of time, or that 10-minute or that 15 minutes here and there, because those, when added up, they actually they add up. They can add up to half hour a day or even an hour a day, depending on how many of those little windows you have and how long they are. And I know some single moms and single dads, and actually not just single moms and dads, but busy moms and busy dads that aren't necessarily single, that have built their business because of those little pockets of time, those 2-minute and 10-minute windows. Have your prospects ready. When I say have your prospects ready, have their info ready. Back then I used to call, or make sure you know what you want to say, or make sure you have some messages ready that you want to send at any given time's notice, because that time when you just have 5 minutes, maybe your child has gone down for a nap, or maybe you have to pick them up somewhere or have to drop them off somewhere and get to wait in the car for whatever reason. You could always use that time to build your business, and take that time to build your business. And even if you have to cut it short, that's one of my favorite things. If you're prospecting and you're going to say, well, you know what, I'm just picking up my son from school, I got to get going, and you've already done the invite, they've kind of asked you, well, what's this all about? And you just you have a genuine excuse to send them the information and follow up with them later that you wouldn't have otherwise. And so again, use those circumstances to your advantage, and don't think them as obstacles or hindrances. Think of them as your new life, your new lifestyle. Whether we're in a pandemic or not, your children can be used as a good ethical tool to help you build your business. So I trust you got some great value out of that. Again, if you get value from my blog and my channel, I invite you to like, subscribe, share, and comment. And if you want to see more of my videos like this, go over to my blog. It's kennysantos.com. You can even put your name and email in. You're going to get an awesome audio on growing your business. Now remember this, every day, multiple times a day, the universe sends us miracles. We only have to do 2 things about that. We got to recognize those miracles, and then, of course, my favorite part, we get to accept those miracles. All right, take care and create a great day.